že tady pořád ještě něco schovaný. Ještě tady to bude spousta.
Tady toho ještě vyválníky k tomu materiálu.
Jo, takhle.
Sutin, dnešní teplání.
Jo, asi.
Stejně nevíc tam.
Jo, jasně.
Něco se osvědčilo, tady probíhá ta rekonstrukce těch kolonů, kde se šláhnou do těch násků. A tady je půlmetrová vrstva materiálu, která se tady vrší 150 let.
Jo, takhle.
Do toho geta ty půdy samozřejmě vypadaly úplně jinak. Přesně nevíme, jak vypadal třeba hlava konkrétní, ale často ty výpravy probíhaly tím způsobem, že se na ty trámy směrem k těm taškám pobyly heraklity, což je v podstatě taková lisovaná dřevotříska, která i dneska se to vyrábí, váže se omítkou, dneska už to bývá spojený s polystyrenem a to tvořilo jakousi izolaci. A pak byly rozděleny prostory na různé koje, opatřený dveřma, stupníma, občas to mělo i nějaké okroven. Takže se to tady ty půdy udělali zase jakýsi v úzovkách kulturní byty.
Jo, jasně.
Ale spousta těch stavebních úprav byla po válce postupně až do projektována, ať už prostě že lidi tam nechtěli mít spojitost s tím válečnou lodí, ale prostě z nezálosti. To překáželo, jo, tady proběhly úpravy, vlastně plný materiál.
Jo, jasně.
Tam je nejvíc vždycky věcí mezi těma pozornicema.
Je takhle.
Máme to čištěný, to se dočistilo, když si dělala střecha. A to mezi čemu zůstává, s tím nikdo neuplatí.
Jasně.
Na jednu stranu ale doufáme, že zveřejnění na jednu, řekněme, takovou významnějšího nálezu, který tady proběhl, že nespustí šílenství lidí a že tady začnou hledat poklady po Terezíně a zhrubat kvůli tomu celý baráky.
No, to je docela možný. Famous place because there's Kadesh, you know, in the Hebrew words. Actually, it's not over here. Look, it's not over here actually, and this drawing, because you know, since the Catholic times, it was as a humiliation of the Jewish nation in Prague. Eventually, when the Catholics took over, recatholicization was taking place. And it was the idea of the Catholics actually to show people actually Jewish are responsible for crucifixion of Jesus. It was big Catholic propaganda. So today it's very famous Jewish people stopping there because you can see the cross in Christ and you can see the Jewish letters actually on it. But on this drawing actually there are none. See the chappy only you are our love. You know, the children wrote it. It might be because of the food. Right. It might be because he was a nice person. You know, all the program through the day was always instructors who actually came up with ideas. Basically, it was on them, you know, their responsibility, what the kids gonna do. You know, some of the children, you know, would have jobs. Actually, they would have to transport food from the central storage to the blocks. Sometimes they were coming to the social house helping old people. Sometimes they didn't do anything, so it means instructors decided to teach them stuff. It was not official school because it was illegal, but they were doing that all the time. You know, learning stuff. So they would always have a guy as a guard, like a little boy, who was guarding if Nazis showing up, because it was illegal. So that's why he would. And that actually happened. The Nazis officers came into the block, but as a surprise. So the kids immediately, because they had a guard, immediately they started to pretend they creating something, you know, and you know, instructor would have to do the announcement what they do, what they were doing yesterday, and stuff like that. So Lucas found a name, actually from archives. That's actually the name of the girl which went through this place, the ghetto. And she lived in Neratovice. Neratovice, it's like a small town which would have a view of the famous mountain called Zik. It's like, you know, the history of Czech nation starting on a mountain. So she's putting that, actually, there's also a cross. She's putting the stuff she remembers, looking out of her window. Okay, this is my bell.
Holland, it says Holland.
Mařenka, Maria, Czech language.
So it's different. This is the Czech. This is a different color. Different person wrote it. See, this is the Holland. This is the Czech. Mařenka is Czech name as well. Okay. So another proof that actually people were moving all the time in the ghetto. They were switching the apartments, switching the attics all the time. It's known there would be a lot of suicide. You know, people would be taking their lives because they couldn't hold it any longer, this depression over here in the city. So it might be an image from the execution, which would be official execution at the beginning of the history of the ghetto. Yeah. 18 of May 1944, Alone and Alone. It's a passage from the very famous poem of the Peter Gins. Peter Gins was the main reporter of the Boys magazine over here, which was called We're Leading in translation, and that's the beginning of that poem.